Friends, welcome to part 5 of our video presentation on assignment 9. In this last part, I will talk about the third deliverable that you need to submit. You need to submit a Word file with a memo. So your memo is aligned with the last two steps under the scientific method: discussion of results and implications. Now, you subjected your data on concussions to a number of analytical methodologies, like you run simple queries. You also constructed several pivot tables to see whether there's any relationship between different variables. Now, those are your results. So this is what you need to discuss. You need to discuss whether you see anything, on the practical side. You need to discuss whether you see anything interesting, whether you see any relationships based on the output from those queries and based on the pivot tables that you constructed. For example, does player position seem to influence concussion frequency? Does the field type during the game has any impact on concussions, on the likelihood of a concussion or not? So this is what you do, practically speaking. Now, theoretically speaking, you want to discuss which prior hypotheses, which prior beliefs that you had were confirmed or not, because remember I told you that the hallmark of science is that no matter what kind of beliefs you have about a problem, you need to subject those beliefs to test involving real data. Okay, so that's what you discuss in your results. Like, in a way, like you're not suggesting anything, you're not recommending anything yet. You're just discussing what you see in your data, and don't let your beliefs guide you. In other words, you need to speak only about what you see and what you see in the data. Don't speak about something that you clearly don't see in the data. Don't speculate, basically. Now, once you discuss your results, again, as a part of this memo, you'll have to make some implications. Now, implications means like specific recommendations to managers based on your results. So, for example, if you find that, position type seems to have influence on concussions, then you may say, well, I think management should pay particular attention to wide receivers, or whoever is in the offensive position, and perhaps redesign their helmets so that the likelihood of a concussion is decreased. Perhaps you can recommend that players in the offensive side, perhaps they should be subjected to some kind of rigorous training on safety, so that they can change their game patterns, change their behaviors on the field, so that concussions are prevented. So this is just like one example of an implication based on one specific result that you find in your data. And this is something that you need to summarize in your memo file. You discuss the results, and based on that discussion, you make specific recommendations to coaches and managers in the football conference on how they can decrease the frequency, the number of concussions among teams and among players. And that's it. That's what this memo file should contain. So thank you for listening. This is the end of part 5 of our video presentation on tutorial 9.